Hello, welcome back again. My name is Chris Richter. Great to have you here. I'm from ricochet.com.au. Please go there and check out the courses on Moodle. You might find something really useful there, or even better still, go to courses.ricochet.com.au. There's some great courses there to help you out. But today we're going to look at the dashboard, and specifically we're going to look at how do we rename the word dashboard, or in fact a lot of the other terminology that might be in our Moodle platform. So this is especially for site administrators, and it's to do with what's called the language file. And the way Moodle works is that terms or phrases or words that appear in the website, for example, like dashboard, many of these can be renamed to something completely different if you need it to be renamed by using the language files. So I'm going to take you through step by step and show you, first of all, how to change the word dashboard, but then I'll show you how a lot of the other phrasing and words work, and how you may be able to change them yourself. So first of all, you must be an administrator. So we need to go to site administration. So let's go to site administration. If we go to the general tab, and I'm using Moodle 4.0 and the Boost theme here, we go all the way down to language. And there's a collection of language settings where you can choose what language Moodle is in, but the part we want to look at is the language customization. And at the moment, I only have one language pack installed, which is English. So when I go language customization and then choose, it only gives me the language for English. So that's what I'm going to select. And then it asks us to open the language pack for editing. It will load the language pack. I choose continue. Then all I need to do here is choose where those particular strings are, what they're associated with in the Moodle platform. Now you may not know this, so you can actually just click inside here and select all, and that will choose all of the different locations that anything could be associated with. In our case though, we don't want all of that. We really only want to look at core, because we're talking about the core part of Moodle. So this could be a little bit confusing, but as an administrator, you may need to learn these things. So I'm just going to select everything inside core, and I'm going to choose the word dashboard in here, and that's all I need. Then I choose show strings. What it will do is go and find all the places that that string is inside the content or displayed in there. And if I just go find dashboard, you can see there, it shows us where the word dashboard appears. If I go all the way down to just the word dashboard in my home, this one here, and beside that in this right hand column, which if you look, it says local customization, what I can do is type in my own version of what I want the word dashboard to be. And I'm going to call it my space instead of dashboard. So that means that wherever the word dashboard appears in my home, so that means in relation to the home page, then it will replace the word dashboard with my space. And this happens programmatically depending on how it's programmed in the product. Let's have a look at this first and just see what it does. So if I just run down to the bottom, so notice dashboard is mentioned quite a bit. So if I go save changes to the language pack, it says, are you sure? We go continue. We only modified one string there. If we now go back to our home page and refresh, you will see that instead of dashboard up here, we have the name MySpace. And it's also named MySpace just here instead of dashboard. So this word here and this one here have both come from that change in the language pack. So that's one way of being able to change things if you know what the word is and you know where it belongs. Here's another one for you, which I thought might be interesting and relevant. And there's a product called GradeMe. Now, if we decided we didn't want to call it GradeMe, it's a plugin that allows you to grade things nice and easily, but we want to rename that something else. We can go back into site administration, which I'll actually do here because we're already in the language pack. I'm going to choose English again, and open the language pack for editing, just there. And instead of choosing core, I'm going to scroll down and find QType LMN. I'm looking for a product called GradeMe, which is just there, block GradeMe. Because GradeMe is a block, I'm just going to see what is inside that so we can have a look at what the strings are. So if I just go show strings, it's just going to show me all the things that are relating to GradeMe, the product or the plugin called GradeMe, and what I can change. So if I scroll all the way down to GradeMe, and it's got plugin name, I can change that to, let's call it required grading, could be the name that we'll use. And if I wanted to replace any of the other ones in there with the word GradeMe instead of calling it GradeMe, I can actually just copy the text in, paste that in, and replace required grading, reset table, and that will replace that one. So anywhere it says GradeMe, all I need to do is copy this part here, and make sure you copy it as is because it reuses all of that, and you can reword whatever you need to reword in there and save it, and that will show the changes to it. Let's just go down the bottom and save changes to the language pack and continue. Over on the left hand screen now, if we go to MySpace, instead it's now called it requires grading, and in there it has all of the information that it needs for grading. So that's how we can change any of the parts of each plugin or module that's inside Moodle as well, by going into admin, into the language file, and finding where that plugin description is, or all the language parts to that are, having a look at all the fields that are in there and renaming the ones that we need to rename. So hopefully you found that useful. Yes, it is a bit complex, but it is something that you may need to do, because undoubtedly someone will ask, can we just rename that something else because it doesn't make sense in the context of how we educate. I'm Chris Richter. Hope that's been useful. Check out the courses in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.